The crap makes us legit.
How much?
Yes.
Are you certified in the crap that, you know?
That sounds like something.
How much of a social moderator are you all for your SOs?
Huh? What?
How much of a social moderator are you for your SOs? Because I know that Allison does a lot for me
What do
when
you
we're
mean
going
social-
out someplace. Like, we went to a gaming group that we didn't know. And she's like, don't talk about the people you know in the gaming industry.
Like from the get-go.
Yeah, because I go into game stores, I'm like, I know that guy, I know that guy, I know that guy, I know that guy, I know the person built that, I know that guy, I know that guy, I know that guy. And they're like, have you played this game before? Oh, I know the guy who made it. And I was just like, shut up.
Well,
I
because
dropped a
you're
name.
proud.
Oh, look at all the names I dropped.
Oh,
And it's
oh,
not
they're all over the floor. Oh,
and
Steve
it's not like,
Jackson.
you know,
There you are.
Steve Jackson played my game.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine if you're actually to the point where you're talking about your game, but if you're
Just dropping names.
if you're
dropping
just
names.
meeting people and you spend the whole time dropping names, that's their first impression of you.
Is it terrible that I do that for Dave?
I do it too.
I get really excited about who I know.
No, like I'll be like, hey, Bezier, we know them. Yeah, they're one of our clients. Like, yeah, they're one of our clients, dude. Hear that? We're with Envoy. Yeah, that's us. And Abby's like, you do no work for Envoy. I am your promoter right now.
I get super excited. People are like, oh yeah, this person. I'm like, I know them because Dave has worked. They're like, oh.
Well,
Alright,
see,
like-
no, I'm looking at the dynamics that you're talking about, and what she's saying is he shouldn't drop the names because they have to get an impression of him as the designer. But where it's you dropping the names, it's kind of like the background that Dave knows these people may have some influence by them because he's
For
aware
us,
of them.
it's complete. For me, it's
kinda
completely
like-
inappropriate.
It's kinda like-
It's completely
Maybe
inappropriate.
It's the crowd too. Like if
Yeah.
you're among other game designers, it's totally fine because you're talking shop. But if you're like meeting people who are just playing games, you know, they're not in the design. They just want to play a game.
Oh, I
And
get
you don't
super
wanna be
excited
like-
about dropping names. I get.
Yeah, also
I'm
the
like,
hard part is
I
that
know the
half
guy
the
that
people we
made
play
this
games
game.
with
Like,
are
I do
game
that a lot.
designers now.
Huh?
Half the people we play games with now are game designers now.
Yeah.
See, for
Cough done, cough
when
done.
I'm
No,
dropping
I'm not doing
names,
that.
when I'm dropping names, I'm
Chris,
trying to get the
you know,
emotional
Ben,
cookies
everybody.
of like adoration of like, wow, you're Vinny's girl. And, like that's like my subtitle. Is I'm Vinny's wife. I'm Abby's wife. So I drop names to get attention, and that is not even a little appropriate, and I'm wrong every time I do it.
I think if you're ever in a position where it's appropriate to be dropping names, it's to be promoting it to people who may forward the
Yeah, I
game
do it
that
for
they're
all the
working
wrong
on.
Yeah,
as
I
appropriate.
get really excited.
I do it for
So
all
if
the
you're
wrong
like
reasons.
among
Yeah.
a bunch of publishers, talk yourself up. Oh yeah, Steve Jackson played my game. This, that. Then they'll be like, oh, Steve Jackson played your game. I
That
can
has done nothing.
That gives a little bit of
But are you amongst publishers or then
I just get really excited.
yeah.
excitement's
I
good.
know.
It's
But
totally
and
good.
what's funny is he won't
Just don't do
it.
it the way I do it.
Dave will actually not do that, so I will do it for him.
Yeah, that's kind of similar.
Which
position.
probably is not a good thing, but
Well, no, I think the way you go about doing it is different than the way I cannot stress this enough. I do it the wrong way.
Kate, you're enthusiastic.
No, I just want people to like me. But I'm just gonna be honest here.
Oh, come on.
It is
You
not
need a
One of
hug,
our-
Kate.
What?
One of our
You need a
favorite,
hug.
Later.
one of our favorite Kate stories is when we fired you.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about the time security fired me. Okay.
again.
What happened? Did the
Why
door
did
get
the heat
closed?
come back?
No, the door's
No,
open.
doors
Oh,
are
doors
open.
are
open.
It's cold
We're
over
cool,
here.
yeah.
Cool in here.
Oh my god.
It's because we're on fire.
There's actually one subject we didn't talk about that we
Uh-oh.
have written down. How do you deal when like family members or someone that doesn't understand games belittle your significant others? Like they don't understand what's going on, so they're like, oh, that's just a little project they're doing. It's not a big deal. Like, how do you react to that?
Can I say?
Go,
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 go.
go.
So I have a particular rage story that just thinking about makes me angry.
I love it when
So-
she's rage stories.
Not gonna name any names. not gonna even talk much about the event, but I was at a gameplay, not at convention, and Matt brought out his game, and a particular person said, "Oh, games, yeah, I remember doing these when I was 12, they're really easy," and I was like, for him. So like, at that point, I decided in my head, I don't like this person anymore.
That's
So
when
then
I
we
went
played
and got up and
Munchkin
went to
and
the
I
couch.
destroyed her.
Felt good, didn't it?
It felt so good. And every little thing she said, I tried to be like snippy because I didn't like her anymore.
Was it your family or his family?
It wasn't family.
Okay.
Which is why there's no names.
Nice.
Yeah, I got up, I left the situation completely. Once that came out, I got up and left.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
That's
And if it's family, then you go, you know, this is something he's working on really hard and it's a lot of work. And, you know, it's not just a small little thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm there for it too. You know, it's not small, it's a lot of stuff.
My parents get mad when I'm like, oh, I'm at a convention again. They're like, what? We're promoting these games. Are they coming out yet?
Isn't even
Like,
more
it takes, what's going? Why is it taking so long? Is he gonna make money off of it? Is this something you do for the rest of his life? I'm like, just let him be. Just, do you want to play the game? No, I don't like playing games. Well, then, shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Shut up and go away.
Yeah, like my parents mean well. They don't fully understand what's going on. Like they know that he has a podcast. I don't think like when we told them that he's actually making money on it, they're like, you can make money off of a YouTube thing? You can.
Yeah.
Done right, you can. We tell them about the games. Oh, that seems complicated. No, I don't understand it. So I feel like I'm more pumping him up to my parents. My parents love him, but I feel like I have to like pump him up more just so they understand like it's not just a hobby.
Yeah.
Like he's doing this legit. So that
No, he is.
I'm laughing at the legit part. I'm sorry. It's the all I can think was.
stop laughing at me.
All I can think of was
Today's
it's too
panel
legit
is
to quit.
presented by the word
But I feel
and
like
Jesus talk.
But I feel like I know I have to like defend him a lot because people will look at you going, oh, that's a cute hobby. No,
Rage.
not really.
For me, I'm incredibly blessed. My parents are so supportive. A lot of the people here
We love
have met my
Trudy.
parents. My parents are fantastic.
We love you,
don't
Trudy and Neil.
And you won't let me use a flamethrower.
My dad doesn't really get it. For a long time, because I was LARPing and gaming before I met Abby and Vinny. And they never really Dad never really got it. He's like, oh, it's, you're doing that gaming thing, right? Okay. And he's super supportive of it. While he doesn't understand it, he knows it brings Abby and Vinny a tremendous amount of joy. And as a part of that, he actually bought a trailer. Like the trailer that comes down at Dreamation and DexCon is the trailer my dad bought with us in mind. He uses it for other things, but he bought that specifically. One of the reasons he bought the trailer was to transport things down to the convention. And he will get in his car from Vermont, drive to New York, drop off the trailer, return to Vermont. We will load the trailer over the course of weeks. He will then return to collect the trailer, take it down here, drop it off, and then my parents will stay for the week and go visit friends in the area. They'll go to the convention for a little bit. My mom gets it more. My mom's more geeky. She's an old school Star Wars freak. She loves Star Trek, loves Disney. There's a shocker. I know. It's amazing. She's so quiet about it.
I thought all those
Hi,
pictures
Mom.
were doctored.
What?
I thought all those pictures were doctored.
They were doctored. And so she understands the finding a place that is full of like people, bunch of, a convention of others, of geeks and gamers and nerds. And again, she doesn't completely understand board gaming or wargaming. Like, she understands it conceptually and she understands that it brings people a lot of joy. She doesn't necessarily play. That being said, we got her to play Jonathan Lavallee's Love Letter years ago. I actually bought her a copy, and she'll play. Like, they have an adoptive family in Vermont That's how they got grandkids. Was they stole the family. And so she'll play games with the kids. The rest of my family, the ones that are really aware of it, don't really get it. But again, are like, okay, that's what they're doing, cool. Like my cousins, they think it's so cool. The biggest stumbling block I had is with coworkers, of trying to explain to coworkers, like, no, when I was hired at my job, when I was interviewed, my now boss asked, like, well, why are you leaving Double Exposure? I'm like, well, I'm not. And he gave me this look. I'm like, well, it's an event. It's a convention company. And when we negotiated for time off, I said, so I need, the dates for Dreamation, dates for DexCon off every year, no questions asked. And yes, I know one of them's over 4th of July. I need no questions asked. I need these dates. And he's like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. What are you doing? I'm like, I'm going to a gaming convention. And he gave me this look, and he's like, that was not what I was expecting. And I'm like, what do you think a gaming convention is? And he's like, you gamble? And I'm like, oh no, I wear wigs. I get all pretty. And then I showed him a picture, and he's like, gotcha. But like other coworkers are like really kind of confused by what I'm doing, so I just kind of leave it nebulous. It's just easier. We have a lot of immigrant employees, and so it's a cultural difference that they just don't really understand what the heck I'm talking about.
Like soccer with dice.
Thank you.
I realized I was in a completely different realm as some other people when I told them, I forget which employees this was, but fellow employees at, I forget which job, anyway, that were into role playing, like do role playing, or LARPing is like role playing, and they're like sex stuff. They're like,
Who's your wizard?
I put on my wizard hat.
I'm like, no, like you dress up in costume. Oh wait.
Oh yeah, how I describe LARPing to coworkers is I'm going into the woods to beat up my friends with sticks. And they're like, do you leave them there? No, they have their own transportation. If they can't get to their car, that's on them.
It's moments like that when you realize you're
Like sex games.
in a completely different world.
My coworker is hilarious. She's older, in her 60s, but she's completely not like a 60-year-old you would believe. Like she does belly dancing, she teaches belly dancing, she does all this. She's an artist. So I told her, she goes, well, where are you going for next couple days? I'm like, a convention. She goes, do people dress up? I'm like, yeah. So I come back and she goes, where are the photos? I'm like, oh, here, I'll show you some photos. She goes, that's so cool. Oh, I'm going to use this for one of my paintings. Oh, I'm like, you like this stuff. Awesome. So I can actually talk to her about it, which is very exciting. My boss doesn't get it. Like when I told him I'm going to New York Comic Con, he goes, you're one of those people, aren't you? I'm like, I am. I'm sorry. My son's like that too.
I had a
That's why they don't
work a month
understand.
ago.
Did you?
Yeah, they were trying to say
Did you
that.
win? Were you queen of the nerds?
Yeah, I went on Marvel.com and figured it out.
Damn,
They were like, Black Widow isn't a superhero. I'm like, fuck no. So I went to Marvel.com. She's been augmented by the government to alter her age and other augmentation. She is a superhero. She is metahuman.
And they're like, you can probably hear the crickets.
They also said like, no, they were all on it. They were saying that Hawkeye isn't a superhero, and actually, according to Marvel, he's just really good at what he does. He's not.
Well, then is Batman not a superhero then? In that standard?
No, he's not.
That's bullshit.
No, by that
No,
standard.
By that standard.
And now we're having
He's
a
not a
new
medicated. He doesn't have powers.
So what about Deadpool?
Deadpool is.
can't
Deadpool's just special. Deadpool's special.
He's a mutant.
He's a mutant.
Yes.
He's kind of like Wolverine, except crazy.
Hey Wolverine, it's me, Deadpool. I shot you.
Yes, what are these?
And then they tried to just anger me by saying, there are no good female superheroes. I'm like, fuck you, Wonder Woman.
Just not on
I just wanted to
mainstream
see
television.
Anymore.
Wait, no, just not DC.
Right. Damn straight.
And
So yeah, nerd
Yes,
fights.
Nerd fights.
Yeah.
Dino Woman.
So,
Yeah,
does
they're
anyone
coming out with
else
that.
have any questions?
What?
Because
They're
we gamed
coming out with it now.
people.
Really?
Dinah Woman No, it was.
Electro Woman.
Electro Woman
Dining
Dining
Girl.
Girl.
Yeah, it's a web series, I believe.
Yeah.
Things that might not actually work. We already talked about
We're
that.
gonna talk about that.
70s costumes.
I don't think we need to say.
So, does anyone else have any like questions, or do one of the spouses want to put their spouse in the hot seat?
Ooh.
You're only assuming because your spouses aren't here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll own to that.
Way to
Alright,
throw
one
us under the
second.
bus.
You're welcome. Are you
Okay,
pulling
actually,
out
I got a question actually for
Oh,
Allison.
no, no.
Allison,
What?
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Considering you're now helping Matt with Jurassic Arms,
Uh-huh.
okay?
Jurassic Arms is a game.
Arms race. The Jurassic Arms race. Thank you, Dick.
Wow. Okay.
Dave.
That's a lot of vinegar. Let's just stop cleaning the floors with it and leave it alone.
Honey,
All right.
focus.
So my question is actually this: with you actually now like really helping him with the actual design process, has that actually influenced you to potentially bring your own concepts to reality, or is that just a case of like, no, I'm just gonna help him with his stuff, at least for now?
I'm just treating it like a job.
Okay.
You
I didn't know if maybe it was.
Do you find it fun to work with him?
It's a job.
Okay. Okay.
It doesn't really change.
Yeah, I treat her like she's I treat her as an illustrator.
Okay.
If it was a relationship function, I don't think it would work.
What do you mean by relationship function?
If we bring our relationship into what we're doing for that project,
Mm-hmm.
too many feelings get involved.
Gotcha.
Two different types of relationship.
We treat it as a
Coworkers and
professional, like I'm the art director, she's the illustrator. It works a lot more cohesively.
Oh, so one of the things that I wanted to bring up before was we were talking about how to explain to family. So one thing I found that was really an easy way, because we used to live in New York City, we used to live in Brooklyn, is I would tell people, everybody in New York City has like 3 jobs. So, you could be a game designer, graphic designer, something else. Like I'm a production designer, graphic designer, illustrator. So I have my 3 jobs. I'm sorry, I forgot your 3rd job. So at least it's like, it kind of,
Graphic designer, game
people
designer,
understand that
art
you can work
director,
on multiple things. So
illustrator.
they see it also as a role that you have, another job that you're doing. So it adds legitimacy to it.
I find hilarious. So I grew up in a family of nerds. So when we go to family functions at my sister's place, they don't really understand the game, but their friends do. And my
Nice.
friends get really excited. Like my sister has this one friend where the husband's kind of quiet, but every time he sees Dave, he goes, "What are you working on? Oh my God, you have a podcast? Oh, can I email you questions?" And I think it's so cute that my sister's friends are really into Dave. So like Dave and one of her friends was talking a lot to the point where he actually sent Dave a gift.
Aww.
Because they're talking about Zelda a lot. So he knew someone that drew, was it the original?
He knew the guy who drew the original instruction booklet for Legend of Zelda, the old NES game.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
So
he
we
knew
have
the
the
original
entire
artist for it.
map.
That's very
Like
cool.
huge map.
We have the whole map of Hyrule.
Allison's like, I'm gonna break into your house
And
now.
then that's it.
So I'm kind of doing what your cousin did.
Thank you,
Can I-
victim.
Can I touch him?
But that's a great example. That's what he does. Like he will find that one person that will understand, and he will just go to them. Doesn't matter where we are. Doesn't matter what we're doing. He will always find that person. They'll always like kind of fangirl over it, and it's adorable, even if it's a family function.
I do a lot of the socializing for us when it goes to like family functions and stuff, and making sure like I'm really good at small talk. I'm really good at making people feel more comfortable. Whereas Vinny's like, okay, I have told you the thing I need to tell you. I'm now going to do the other thing. And oh look, there's a margarita over there. I'll check you later. And Abby is very outgoing when she has a purpose to be outgoing. Otherwise, she will sit back and observe. Where I will, like, it's not unusual for one of them to say, okay, so there's this person who's a little unsure of what to do, and they're a little uncomfortable, and so they'll send me over. And, okay, go church lady then. Go church lady them, go listen to them, go do that. And I'll be like, okay, I can do that. Got blue hair now. It works for old ladies and gamers. Blue hair is very popular. It is pretty. And I don't really know where I was going with all that talk, so I'm just gonna
You have lots of pretty wigs.
I do!
If these wigs could talk.
If those wigs could
Yeah, it's
talk.
really scary sleeping in that room and you look up and they're just heads with
They're all down right now because I still haven't put them away from Dreamation. They're watching you.
It's really creepy.
They're like, we see you. Vinny can't go in that room.
Yeah, I understand.
He has a
why.
very difficult time. He doesn't like dolls. And so the heads are a little creepy. At least they're not painted. I did not put faces on
Can
them.
you just paint one of them and not tell
No, that would just be mean. That is just mean. That is like I think on the same level of if he brought in a toy snake. They would be on like that level. They are evil, they are awful creatures, and I will scale you if one arrives.
I was about to say, the first thing I thought of when you said that Vinny didn't
Scales
like
I can, squirrel scales. Squirrels I can deal with. Snakes scare the bejesus out of
It's
me.
just have a motion sensitive voice recorder that when he walks, he goes, "Hi, Vinny. How are you doing?"
Hey, Vinny. How you doing? Yeah, I do that stuff to him already, so I probably shouldn't.
We're totally off topic now.
Yeah, we are. I think we're actually getting to the
Yeah.
point to wrap. Yeah, we did really well. 16 minutes. So does anybody have any questions?
I got the rock to throw, sort of. Copyright. You get hung up with, is what's going on previously copyrighted or not?
When it comes to them doing the games, like, do you mean, do we check?
Are you sometimes called upon to do that additional research?
Yes. I sometimes volunteer to do it though, just because that's kind of how I am.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm like, oh honey, what about this, and this? You'd be like, oh, I'm not sure. I'm like, okay. Oh, well, here's your answer. And you're just like, what? Like that's,
You're covered under creative copyright.
yeah.
I've copyrighted stuff, he's copyrighted stuff, so he luckily already knows how to copyright, so I get to be out of that loop.
Ah, so there's no conflict between his new concept and Evo.
Evo.
Viva?
This is actually a panel on what it's like to be partnered with people in the gaming industry, and so it's not necessarily an appropriate question for this panel.
Fair.
If you would like to talk to Matthias afterwards, he will be available unless he's disappeared.
Which is fine.
Okay.
Like with our unique situation with both Maddie, Allison, and Dave, I work a lot with Maddie with schedule. Maddie schedules everything.
Yes, I am actually their event coordinator now. I gave myself that title.
You need a card.
I do.
We need a card.
Yeah.
Get there.
Like it's to
I have a
where Dave will not remember conventions. Then Matthias started talking. I'm like, no, you have a convention this time. I'm your event coordinator now. I just decided that, and that's how that came.
Which is why people are contacting you to get information on stuff.
Oh yeah. So I.
I think it's really I like watching the four of you work, because I feel that all four of you are just as invested in the games and the designing and the company as everyone else, just in different aspects.
Yeah.
Whereas like Abby and Vinny are just as invested, and I'm very much the convention wife. And that's okay. That's totally okay. Accepting that from all of us took a while to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
And we're much happier now, where I'm not constantly like, oh my god, it's another convention, angst, and now it's like, oh god, another convention, I get to be a fairy! And so I'm starting to like the conventions again.
That's good.
Well, I also work with your spouses.
Yeah. Thank you. It is. It's a little incestuous.
It's kind of like how conventions are though.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's like when you were saying before about how Vinny works very specifically.
Yes.
My crash course was Gen Con.
Yes, yes. And that was probably a really good crash course for
Mhm.
you, if only because there were a bunch of you in that same pool.
Yeah.
And so you're like, oh God, we're all drowning. We can drown together, or we can smother him.
Hey, look, Karen's screwing up.
Yeah. That being said, like all of I feel like the conventions in general and the community in general, yes, it's very incestuous, but everybody knows everybody. And
Use that word.
well, no, it's a perfectly legit word. No, but in this instance, it is very. Let's focus. It's a group that, there's a lot of cross-pollination. Is that better? Cross-pollination. No, and Maddie has requested that we don't use it. Okay,
Because I can see someone taking that sound
Okay.
bite and just speak back.
okay.
Role play,
Yeah.
sex stuff,
Totally do this.
incestuous.
Yeah. Wait, no, Jesus talk. You didn't get Jesus
Oh,
talk.
Jesus talk.
And dress up.
Dave, you've got the
Dress
list.
up. Yeah, he's got all this. So,
He knows how to edit.
I think that more and more gaming widows, gaming partners, are either coming into gaming or are coming in and being a part of the community. Like we sucked Allison in.
Yeah.
Like I mean, you were
Sucked
gamer
in,
and
that's
geek,
another line.
but we sucked. Wait, it took a bit to get you to come to the double exposure cons, and I'm really glad that you did because you're awesome. You are so awesome. You give me toys. She does. Oh my God!
Alright, so I'm gonna take over now.
Yeah, I guess that was-
Because Kate's not allowed to talk anymore.
No.
Don't worry, we're not allowed either. Thank you, Kate.
Dear Internet, here is some clips. Please auto tune.
Now we're just getting going.
Yeah.
She gave me toys. Incest. Sex stuff.
Auto-tuned.
A long time to come.
Oh my God, it's Amy Schmidt.
Pinot Noir.
So, final thoughts. And we'll end it at that. God, this sucks. This is what happens when you do a panel very early in the morning.
Yeah.
You have to get down for 2 hours.
An hour and a half. We should have
So
done
much
it. Yeah.
coffee.
I think the takeaway for me is I love my Abby and my Benny. I love them so hard, and I'm so proud of the things that they've created together and that I've been able to witness and help with. It's really difficult to be in a relationship with a family business, but just like any relationship, it's just a niche. It is a family business, and it makes them tremendously happy, and seeing them that happy makes it easier for me to be a part of it.
I think that every person needs to, if they have other outlets and other things that they want to work on, they shouldn't be held back from it. And seeing somebody be passionate about something, they should, as long as it isn't hurting anybody, shouldn't foster it. You know, if you enjoy game design, then let's go. Let's do game design. If you enjoy skiing, then let's go ski. Let's go do this, just as an example. So if someone's passionate about something, I want to be there to support them. That's my focus. That's my motivation, is to support what he enjoys doing. Because he'll do the same thing for me. And that's a relationship.
Like I said before, I did do gaming before, so he brought me into this world that I had no idea existed. So I'm thankful for that, and the fact that I could see him grow in the community and see what he's able to do, and to be by his side and support him and help him as much as I can. That's wonderful for me. Like, I feel like that helps our relationship because I know I'm helping him to do something that he's always wanted to do, and that is awesome. Alright, I think we're good.
Thank you everybody for coming. Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording now.
I am? We're gonna stop the recording?
No, the
Sound recording.
Now it's time to do all the editing. You got 7 minutes, make it quick.